my channel. My name's Lisa Jane, and in today's video I'm going to be choosing my September TBR. So I'm hoping you can see the card as best as I can do, because obviously I'm trying to fit myself in it and all the books on there. There are some books on the back that I can use as well, just so that you're aware of that. But we are going to be using the TBR jar as always. This month, I think, for September, I'm going to choose 6 prompts and see how we get on. As I film this, I am filming it slightly early, so it is currently like the middle of August. It's just before I go away on holiday. So when you see this, obviously it's going to be the end of August. However, I need to get ahead of the game and film some videos. So with that being said, let's just get on and pick my first prompt. So I'm going to give it a good shake. I do try and use my hands as well to shake them around. Not that it really matters in the grand scheme of things, but let's go for the first prompt. Prompt number 1 is, oh, I've got 2. Now, which one? I'm going to go that one because it's more undone. So I'll pop that one back. I'm going to go this one. And I might regret it. Oof. Read a book you predict will be 3 or less stars. Now, 3 stars isn't necessarily bad, but it's not great. So the problem is, what do I pick? The thing is, I think a lot of these are going to be quite high, although Nightweaver is a possibility. And the only reason I'm saying Nightweaver is a possibility is because I've not been seeing very many good reviews about this book. So that is one that I could choose. And then, I don't know. I'm going to go for... And only because I've not heard anybody review it, and it's a book I bought last year, and it's called Every Wish Way by Shannon Bright. I think we will choose between these 2 for a book I will predict 3 stars or less. They could surprise me and I could be really happy with them, but these are the books I'm going to choose from. And I think for this prompt, I am going to choose Every Wish Way by Shannon Bright. So, I don't actually remember what this book is about because I bought it last year. It just says, Isa's love life is a disaster. Tired of dating all the wrong men, she longs to find a nice, dependable partner to build a future with, though they're hard to come by. At this rate, she'll be lucky if a man just magically appeared out of thin air. So it looks like there will be a little bit of magical realism in there, quite possibly. It says it's an enemies to lovers romantic comedy with a magical twist. So we shall see. So that's the book I'm going to choose for that prompt. We will do a recap at the end of the video, just so you know what I've picked. So I'm not going to put the lid back on. Prompt number 2 is a cover with only 2 colours. Ooh, this one could be difficult. I'm thinking... Oh, it's got 3 though, hasn't it, with the title? This might be really difficult. It's how there's 3 colours on that. It's how specific we're going to get, because a lot of the times you might have... It does say the book cover with only 2 colours. So if I don't count the writing, that might be a bit easier, because a lot of these do have more than 2 colours otherwise. So we've got, I feel like I want to read that October more so, which is really difficult to put these back in when I've got them on the back. Let's have a look on the back as well, actually. So to be fair, Love Redesigned is purple and white, I'd say, or purple and grey maybe. Might not be quite white, but it's purple and grey. So that is an option. Then we have, I think they're all different colours. We also have, I could go for just going on the cover alone, like we said, Fear the Flames, which is like a purple and a gold, if I don't class the white writing. If we're just going on the cover, that might be a bit easier. What else? That's a couple of colours, that's lots of colours. We could also do Voyage of the Damned, because there's a lot of just gold and blue on this cover, which is a good option as well. And I'm actually thinking we could do the North Wind as well. That's just blue and gold, and that's including the writing as well, just blue and gold on this cover. So I think that's enough to be choosing from. So let's have a look. Let's just straighten these up, because that drives me insane when they're all falling over. So we have Love Redesigned, which is like a romance, which I bought last year, so it's a long time ago. That is a good option because it is literally purple and grey. So I think we'll keep that one. Fear the Flames, because I have got other better options, I'm going to put this one back so that I can't be called a cheat. And then literally these two are like blues and golds, so I could keep them in the mix. However, I don't think I fancy Voyage of the Damned right now. So it's between the North Wind and Love Redesigned. So this one is about Julian and Dahlia. I'm thinking, because I haven't read these, I really do need to put one on my TBR. So for the prompt with only 2 colours on the cover, I'm definitely going to go for this one, because we've got the purples and we've got the grey, or white if you want to call it. So let's put that one there. Let's put that one back. It kills me to put fantasies back on the bookcase, but we have got 4 more options, so I just think Love Redesigned has been sitting on my bookcase a long time, so it's probably one of the better options to pick, really. So prompt number 3. Oh, I'll take the one that's fallen on the floor. It's here, and that is a book with an animal on the cover. Now I'm going to do an animal or like mythical creature. That's how I'm going to interpret it, because obviously we do have books. Now, has this got an animal on the cover? It doesn't appear to, which is very sad. Neither does that. Oh, that does, and that does. We got any others with animals on the cover? I mean, we've got animals on the spine. I think I'm going to go with these for this one. Oh, right. Okay, now this is going to be really difficult. So I've chosen so we have Bewitched, which has a cat on the cover, and I am desperately wanting to read this. I actually think this is going to be the one I choose. I am going to show you my other options, but I think, to be 100% honest with you, this is probably going to be the one I choose. We then have Fear the Flames again, which has dragons. I am eager to read this one as well, because I've been hearing really good things about it. But I am going to put it back because I know that that's not going to happen. We've got A Bird on Catching Fire, which is the 2nd book in the Hunger Games series. And I've just not long finished the 1st book. So this would be a good option. However, it is going back. And the only one that really intrigued me is Of Flame and Fury, because this is a new book to my TBR. It might even be my newest book on the TBR, if I'm honest. And this has Phoenix racing in it. Now, if you like, I think it's been compared to like Formula One racing, but it's Phoenixes. So, and obviously it's got the fantasy element to it. So I am really keen to get to this one. But I think for the purpose of it being September and we are going into them autumn months, this is really the one I want to put on. So for a book with an animal on the cover, I am going to choose Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. And this is just about a girl called Belladonna Blackthorne who's lost her magical spark, and I think she obviously wants to regain this magic that she's lost, maybe. I don't know, that could be totally wrong. But I'm not going to read the whole synopsis, one, because I don't want to give too much of the story away for me, and sometimes these videos get too long when we're explaining the backs of all the books. So third option is Rewitched. Fourth prompt. I think now I've got two, I think at the minute I've got sort of like 3 romances on there. So I think we need to start putting some fantasy on, because I am, oh, I've done it again. Let me put them back in, because there was 2 together on the floor, so I can't choose. Right, here's one. I really need a fantasy. Read the last book you added to your TBR. That is crazy. So with that, we will be adding, because this is definitely the last one, I'm sure, as I'm filming, this is the last one I added, and that is, like I just said, Of Flame and Fury. And this is a fantasy with Phoenix racing. So it just says, on the island of Sendor, Phoenix racing is the most profitable and deadly work you can find. No one knows that better than Phoenix tamer Kellyn Vara. Tensions rise on and off the track when Kelly's forced to team up with the one rider she can't stand, arrogant, hot-headed Warren Coopers. As her resentment for Coop ignites into something dangerously new, Kell uncovers a sinister plot that threatens everyone she cares for. The pressure to win has never been higher. So this book sounds excellent, and that is going to be added to my TBR for September. It looks like it has a map inside as well, which I love a good map. Makes me so excited when I see maps. So, prompt number 5 is a book with a weather term in the title. Now, it might take me a little minute to have a look. So we're looking for weather terms. So anything to do with the weather. No. Oh. So the north wind is definitely an option, because we have wind, which is excellent. Weather. I think this might be the only one I have. Just going to check the back. Yeah, this is the only one with a weather term in the title. I have got one called The Stars and the Strange Moon. However, I feel like that's not weather. That's like, I can't think of the word I want to use. I always say that in every video, but I can't think of the word I want to use. However, I don't feel like they are classed as weather, whereas wind most definitely is. So this is going to be our 5th book on the September TBR. And this just says on the back, a lush and enchanting fantasy romance inspired by Beauty and the Beast and the myth of Hades and Persephone. So, I've not read probably anything about myths before. I don't think I have. or maybe I have one book, I can't think. But this looks really good. I love anything with fairy tale retellings as well. So that is going to be the 5th book on our September TBR. So we have one book left to choose, and that is going to be Make It a Good One. A book over 600 pages. So we are looking at a whopper. I think I really want to read Shield of Sparrows. This is quite a new release as I'm holding it now. I do not know. Oh, it is. It's literally just over 600 pages. It is 636 pages. So we are going to pick the Shield of Sparrows for our last book. So I would pick a couple more just to give me more choice and to make it more fun for this video. However, I think I am going back to uni in September, and work, so my lifestyle is going to get a hell of a lot busier than it is now. And I think putting more than 6 on is just setting myself up to fail in some respects. And when I set these TBRs, it's not that I have to read them all, but I do like to get through as many as I possibly can. So let's just go quickly through the books that were chosen. For a book with over 600 pages, we picked A Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. I didn't actually speak about this book at all, but I don't know a lot about it. All I know is I think it's a romantasy, and I just love romantasies at the moment, so that should be really good. For a book with a weather term in the title, The North Wind by Alexandria Warwick. For a book, or read the book you last added to your TBR, we are reading Of Flame and Fury by Michaela Bridge. We then have a book with an animal on the cover, and I chose Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. A cover with only 2 colours, and I chose the Lakefront Billionaires series, and I chose Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. That's quite a chunky book as well. A book you predict will be 3 or less stars. I chose Every Wish Way by Shannon Bright. Please let me know if you've read this and what you thought of it. Like I say, I picked it up last year and I've never ever heard anybody talk about it. I think I picked it up in the works. That's not to say it's not a good book though. Sometimes books can be excellent and we just don't know about them. So they are my books for my September TBR. Thank you so much if you've got to this part in the video. If you like this video, please subscribe down below. Give it a like, share, comment, whatever you want to do. I don't mind. Just please interact with this video in some way because it helps me to get more views. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.